Mike, can you hear me now? I'm back online.
I can.
Okay, brilliant. Guys, sorry about that. I had load shedding, but I'm back now. Thanks, Mike, for that fantastic introduction there. And we've just got some fantastic comments here. So I want to come back to Melo's question there, but Pam Lansdale says that Mike is the most passionate photography and Adobe
Thank you,
teacher.
Pam.
Information. He makes learning so easy. Thanks, Mike. So I think you know Pam. I think
Yeah.
probably one of your students. And I think that's already come through just in the first 10 minutes or so. And Mike, obviously you're talking about the community and the courses that we want to roll out. And I think it's just absolutely fantastic that now you can take your passion and your expertise and your teaching and reach so many more people, because we're able to package that into these online courses. And as I think you had mentioned, we'll be rolling out a range of smart tips courses for After Effects, Illustrator, InDesign, Lightroom, Premiere Pro, and then there'll be master classes for those. So there's so much that people can look forward to. And I think really a journey, Mike, that, we're going to be taking people on, which is really so exciting. So, Mike, maybe let's just answer a couple of questions here.
Sure. Thank you, Peter. You're absolutely right. Though I'd love to look at Tumelo's question, but when I'm in a classroom or in an online class, I always refer to it as a learning journey. Absolutely, and I like to think of it a little bit more technical as a scaffolded learning approach, which I think we can gather here from Tumelo's answer. Usually, what seems to be a challenge in Photoshop is keeping natural due to the lighting options. The Photoshop course that we're busy actually working on now deals with a lot of lighting options. Tumela, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to with lighting options. Is that image corrections, density corrections, or is it actually photography lighting options?
Mike, if I was to interpret that question, I would suggest that he might have limited lighting options and wants to edit it in Photoshop to get it to a natural or best quality state, I suppose. So all of those technical methods that you mentioned, we definitely will be including in the courses that we'll be rolling out. So Tumelo, to answer your question, can you please recommend a course that assists? Absolutely. We would recommend Mike Lanesman's Adobe Photoshop course, which will be coming out soon.
Yes, there's definitely a quick answer to that question, and I think Peter's probably interpreted it absolutely correctly. If you've got limited lighting resources, and I've done this before, where, for example, a photographer will go to a show house for an estate agent, and they just take pictures, limited lighting, not a big full professional photographer, but taking pictures for the estate agent. So the lighting that's coming in from the outside light on the windows is very bright, and the light inside the room is very dark. So yes, you can use something called layer masking that will absolutely recover that and bring it out straight away. One of the subjects that we're preparing at the moment in our Photoshop course deals with an image adjustment tool called shadows and highlights. Absolutely. So I see you both the options, use images taken off camera and edit them. Yes, layer masking. I always say to students, LM for layer masking. Just that's like my mantra is layer masking to students. Reverse that and call it ML for Mike Lanesman. Just trying to remember layer masking. It's your savior. It's marvelous.
Okay. And Mike, I mean, this is what we try and do in these webinars, is to give people absolutely tips and tricks and some value right away. So fantastic that we're talking about these things.